The Kristen Stewart cheating scandal. Have the tabloids gone too far? Is Hollywood sexist? And will her career survive? As K-Stew apologises for her mistake, we ask, should R-Pats accept it? And will Twihard fans ever move on? Then Lady Gaga, in trouble again. What she did that made one Hollywood actor fuming mad. Plus, it's a trip to the emergency room for Iron Man. Here we go with your daily dose of pop culture on the Daily Buzz. Kristen Stewart continues to wear the scarlet letter for the world to see as the media scrutiny intensifies. Good afternoon, I'm Dylan Howard and welcome to the Daily Buzz. The Twilight superstar has apologised to her boyfriend Robert Pattinson for her affair with a married director. So why isn't that enough? Have the tabloids treated the scandal fairly? And is Hollywood sexist? To answer these questions and more, let's welcome the host of HLN's Jane Velez-Mitchell. It's Jane Velez-Mitchell herself, and the author of Celebrity Inc. How Famous People Make Money, Current TV's senior editor, Joe Piazza. Jane, let's start with you. Looking at how this story has been covered to date in the 3 weeks since it broke, I asked you, do you believe Hollywood has treated this fairly?
Absolutely not. It's totally sexist. We all know there's an old boys club in Hollywood, and it is at work. Kristen Stewart is 22. She's single. She didn't take any marriage vows. The director is 19 years older than she is. He is the married man. He is the one who took the marriage vows. He's the one with the 2 kids. Why aren't people pointing the finger at him? It's absolutely outrageous. Do we remember what we were like when we were 22? I mean, the fact is that it's absolutely disproportionate. He is not receiving his fair share of the blame. And we have to look at the culture and say, why not? Why, as you said, Dylan, is she wearing a scarlet letter? Put it on him.
But Jane, she is also the star of this scandal and must take some accountability.
Look, he's a director, and we know that directors have a tremendous amount of power on a set. They become like God. And when God wants something, God gets it, if you know what I mean. I mean, if he were coming on to her and seducing her as an older man, I think he bears more of the responsibility. That's my personal opinion. I mean, she's 22. She's impressionable. She may be a star, but she's still new at this game, newer than he is.
Well, Joe, to you, Kristen is no doubt a big star because of her success with the Twilight franchise. But do you think that the affair will tarnish her image?
I think the affair already has tarnished her image. And it's going to be a big problem for Kristen going forward to get these kinds of good girl roles like Bella Swan, like Snow White. America and the Twihard fans have started to turn away from Kristen, and this is absolutely going to damage her brand.
What about the fact when it comes to endorsements, which is a big part of what Tinseltown is made on? Do you think that she will face greater challenges to win such lucrative deals?
Look, we know these days that celebrities make more money off of their endorsements than they do off their actual talent, off their projects, their movies, their CDs. And I think that endorsers, brands, want someone that appeals to middle-aged women, frankly, to moms. The fact that Kristen Stewart cheated on a man who had a wife and kids is going to make her unappealing to those kinds of women that brands want to target.
Now, Kristen's former co-star Jodie Foster came out on Wednesday with a letter that you can actually read on the website, celebuzz.com. It blasts Kristen's treatment in the media. First to you, Jane, do you agree with what Jodie had to say?
Well, essentially, yes. I think that we have to have a little bit of compassion. First of all, she is not the cheater. You know, sometimes when somebody...
Well, she is, Jane. I don't mean to disagree with you, but she cheated on Robert Pattinson.
Well, sometimes, did you ever hear of somebody dropping somebody and going out with somebody else? And sometimes there's a little bit of overlap there. I mean,
sure.
If that happened to anybody in this panel, raise your hand now. I've been in that situation, and you can develop feelings for B when you're still with A. But if I haven't gone down the altar with A, I'm not cheating in the same way as I'd be cheating if I married someone. So I think that we have to put it in context. She's 22, she's dating. When I was 22, I dated, went out with one person, then I'd go out with another person. I think it's absolutely something that happens when you're in your 20s. I think the person who does deserve kudos in all this is Robert Pattinson. He has behaved like a gentleman. He has kept his cool. He's kept his mouth shut. He hasn't said anything ugly. I do give kudos to him, but I do feel that to attack a 22-year-old woman, look, this is Hollywood. I mean, are you kidding me? The number of cheating scandals we've had in Hollywood, the idea that you are on the set with somebody and you don't necessarily develop feelings. Look at Brangelina. I mean, didn't Angelina Jolie fall in love with Brad Pitt when they were on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith? And wasn't he still married to Jennifer Aniston?
He was indeed. You raise a very valid point there. Although I must disagree with you to an extent, because I do believe that she should take some onus of the responsibility here, irrespective of if you're 22 or 42. She was in a long-term relationship and she, I do think, needs to take some responsibility. But, Jane, that's where we disagree. Doesn't mean we're not friends, because I'll see you on your show a little later on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Look forward to it, Dylan.
Thanks, Jane. Thanks, Joe. Thanks very much for your time.
Sure.
Jane Velez-Mitchell and Joe Piazza joining us there for our discussion. Okay, now the last Twilight movie doesn't open until mid-November, but we have today never-before-seen images from that movie. Obviously, this time around, Bella has turned into a fully-fledged vampire, so we get to meet the she-vamp. We also get to meet Mr. and Mrs. Cullen's very powerful daughter, Renesmee. Sure, she is indeed a cute kid. But before Twilight returns, Robert has a new film, the futuristic drama Cosmopolis. Let's take a look at a clip from that film now.
So how many billions together do you two represent?
She's a poet.
Is that what she is? I thought she was a Schifrin.
A little of both.
Certainly a variation there for Robert Pattinson. Well, our New York-based Corey Lopez is here with us now. She's been reading the reviews for this movie all day. Corey, will Robert be happy with the headlines?
You know, Dylan, I don't think so, unfortunately. A lot of critics have taken aim at him. The Huffington Post called him a dull actor who was reduced to a piece of furniture in the film. The Associated Press said that there is nothing behind his eyes and he's too bland and monotonous to hold any interest. You know, some reviewers had some kind words. Entertainment Weekly said he had a rhythmic confidence, and Daily Beast said he's actually good, which to me may be just a little bit of a backhanded slap.
Well, we'll have to wait and see if people vote with their feet this weekend. Thank you, Corey. We'll see you again on the program soon. For the latest on Kristen and Robert and all the drama, be sure to go to the website celebuzz.com. And you can always join the conversation here on Twitter by using our hashtag #TheDailyBuzz. When we come back, we're asking the question, should Robert forgive Kristen?